Hello, I'm Dr. Nunez. As the year comes to a close and 2021 is just around the corner, I know many of you are going to make resolutions, and many of these are going to entail weight or nutrition or things like this. But I wanted you to broaden your perspectives as we come into the new year and think about the whole lifestyle management. Think about managing your lifestyles so that you achieve a better sense of balance, of well-being, and being more in control of how things happen and how your lifestyle unfolds. And there are several components to this, and sometimes people focus too narrowly on weight or fitness or something like this. Well, let me just start off by mentioning stress. 2020 for many people has been a very stressful year. So perhaps you can start looking and exploring ways in which you can manage your lifestyle to reduce stress. Are there things that have been causing you stress that you can do something about? Sometimes it's very little, very basic things, and you can make a little change that reduces the stress in your life. That'll have impacts on other areas of your well-being. If you're able to sleep better because you're stressing a little less, or because you sleep better, you have less stress during your day, that's a big, important point in being healthy and feeling well and being happy. Another big point is to try to love more, be more engaged with people, be more forgiving, be more open to seeing another person's perspective. So part of taking care of oneself, of taking care of yourself, is also caring for others, loving others, and expressing that. In this past year where it's been so difficult to be in touch and communicating, let's open up the idea that in 2021 we'll be able to restore closer contacts with our loved ones and friends and be able to reach out and reestablish some of those ties to our communities that perhaps were weakened in 2020. And also looking forward is the idea that beyond than just stressing less and loving more, you add to this the component then of eating well, so that if you feel better about yourself, then you start to make healthier choices in terms of what you're eating. So perhaps the focus isn't just or isn't exclusively about weight and getting weight down and beating yourself up about weight. Don't do that. Don't beat yourself up about it. But look at maybe every time you sit down to have a meal, trying to enjoy the meal and try to make good choices about what you're eating. One of the positive things that perhaps we were taught in 2020 is about preparing our own meals and maybe taking the time to prepare our meal and make better choices in how we do that paces ourselves in the way our day unfolds. And that reduces our stress too. And the meal also can become a social center for the family unit. And that reinforces the loving too. So looking at the perspective of nutrition as a larger component, as a piece of lifestyle. All these little pieces start to fit together. So it's not just, I'm going to make a resolution to lose weight. Maybe make the resolution to improve lifestyle in these little areas that we're talking about. The other little piece here that I want you to think about is this notion of moving more. So in 2020, sometimes during the lockdown, one of the things that we learned too is people going out and walking in their neighborhood or bicycling in their neighborhood. And in that way, it's curious how sometimes then the social ties are improved. You start to see your neighbors more, maybe from a distance, but you are encountering them more. You're seeing them more regularly. Well, don't lose that idea that as things improve, that you can start to re-engage with your community more and perhaps build this idea of moving more, of exercise into that component. And you see how it starts to fit in then in community building, in loving more, in stressing less, as you take a walk to relax, to allow the mind to wander, to de-stress. So you're moving and you're de-stressing. You're de-stressing and you're sleeping better. You're sleeping better and you're making better choices in your nutrition. You're having better choices in your nutrition. You're preparing your meals well. You're interacting with your family, with your loved ones. All these little pieces work together and build a lifestyle. So I wanted to leave you with that concept. So as we move forward into 2021, think bigger, think more broadly. Don't be so narrow focused on something like just weight, or that I'm going to be in the gym 5 days a week, or these kinds of things. But think a little bigger. Take a step back. Think a little bigger, and start thinking. I'd like a better lifestyle for myself. And as you build a better lifestyle for yourself, those around you see a better lifestyle as well. So remember these little points. When you're making these little changes, remember, small changes sometimes are easier to sustain. And those are the kinds of changes you want to continue to make and build on as you do these things. So I'm going to leave you with that, and it's going to be a happy new year. If you like these messages, please subscribe. Press the button for subscribe. Press the little bell next to it so you continue to get these little messages. And again, a happy new year to you all. May 2021 be a great year for all of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.